everyone, we're back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about 9 rules. If you master, it could ease your way to becoming a professional scalper. Now, rule number 1, start small. You will hear this from a lot of traders. Maybe you hear this in a lot of trading books, but again, I will repeat that because it is really important. You do not want to start trading risking $100 per trade, $500 per trade, or $1,000 per trade. Why is that? Because starting big doesn't mean that you will start making more money. In fact, it will ease your way to blowing up your account sooner than you expect. And remember what Andrew said, if you can make $1 a day consistently, you can make $1,000 a day. So your goal at the beginning is to try to find that consistency, even if it's small, and then increase your risk slowly. Let me share with you this story. When I started trading, I started by risking nothing. And how can you risk nothing? You can risk nothing by trading in the simulator. Now, of course, the simulator costs $100 a month. Unfortunately, that's trader. If you buy it, get it from BBT, but it's better than losing $100 per trade. And if you want to practice for free, you could use our free stock trading simulator feature. You could find the link below for that. And there you can practice trading for free, at least to get an idea if it's something that you want to pursue. And if you get the idea that you want to pursue it, you could then start investing in it. After I started risking nothing and after I practiced for 9 months in simulator, I went to my live account. But unfortunately, when I started trading, I didn't have enough capital. I knew that I have one single shot. And to be honest with you, I did everything that no one should do. I sold my car, I took a loan, I took some money from my parents, and I funded my account with interactive brokers to be able to day trade. Honestly, I funded it with a big amount. Why? So that I do not get restricted by the PDT rule. But still, even with that, I knew that I will not blow it up. Why is that? Because I set fixed or strict risk control rules. Do not risk more than $5 per trade. Do not risk more than $15 a day, and do not risk more than $150 a month. With these rules, I knew that I will not blow out no matter what. And if I can be consistent and green for 3 months risking $5 per trade, I then can increase my risk 20% every single green week. And this way, in 3 to 5 months, I could increase my risk from $5 to $50. So this is the way, guys. Start small. When you find consistency, start growing up or start going bigger. Next rule is trade a setup or find a specific setup that you want to trade. And yes, we are talking about scalping. And scalping, it doesn't mean that you just want to play the waves or trade price action like some people saying I'm a price action trader, or play these bounces. I mean, there are so many scalping strategies. You could scalp reversals. You could scalp bounces of levels. You could scalp break of 5 days. You could scalp opinion range breakouts. So find what strategy you want to trade as a scalper and then practice it. You do not want to trade everything at the same time. It will not work. Maybe you'll find success for some time, but in the long term, trust me, it will be a pain for you. Find something and stick to it. You could expand your trade book later. Rule number 3, track your results. Now that you have a strategy that you want to trade for scalping, trade it for a few weeks. And what I'm personally doing is I screenshot every single trade I've taken, and I have thousands of screenshots since day one from trading in my live account. And I always separate those trades in 2 folders, the winning folder and the losing folder. And each folder has subcategories: winning ABCD pattern, winning breakout, winning reversal. And the same thing for losers: losing ABCD pattern, losing breakouts, and losing reversals, whatever setup you are trading right there. Each 2 or 3 weeks, I go through all my winners and I try to find the common pattern in my winners. At the same time, I do the same thing with my losing setups. I go through all my losers and I try to find a common pattern on my losers. And I do more of what worked and I eliminate what failed. This way, in the long term, you could make sure that at least you're making less mistakes. You'll be doing them, but at least making less mistakes, which costs you less in your losers, and you are maximizing your profits and you're getting a higher win rate because you're doing more of what works. Now, to backtest, there are a lot of things that you need to pay attention to: volume, the move on the bigger time frames, the level 2 time and sales, position of the stock according to VWAP. I mean, there are a lot of things that you need to track. I have a huge spreadsheet that I developed over time. If you want me to make a video on how to backtest your trading, write down in the comment below and I'll be more than happy to make a full video on what I'm doing personally to backtest my strategies, and hopefully you can get some ideas of what you can do in the future to backtest your strategies. Rule number 4, do not change the rules. A lot of people are doing this. They're trading today, they're having a red day, and then they're so depressed, they're so disappointed that they had a red day, and they start over analyzing the charts and changing the rules. Okay, tomorrow I will not do this. Next day, they are green, happy, perfect, everything will well. Third day, traded, red day, changing the rules again. This is not the way to trade. Like I told you on the previous rule, trade at least for 3 or 4 weeks without changing any single rule. And then after 3 or 4 weeks, after you've collected some data, go through the data that you've collected, and based on that, adjust your rules, and then do that again for 3 or 4 weeks, and repeat the same process until you find that niche, that edge, that comfortable set of rules that help you make money consistently in the long run. Rule number 5, do not overtrade. Now, some people are thinking, I'm a scalper, and because I'm a scalper, I need to take hundreds of trades a day or tens of trades a day. I need to get in and out so fast. But that's not exactly it. I mean, if you are having a machine gun and you're spraying it, of course you might hit 1 or 2 bullets, but most of the bullets will go out. It's the same thing when trading. 1 or 2 trades could hit, and the rest will miss out. And this way you'll have more losers than winners, and at the same time, commissions will add up. Be like a sniper who's having only 3 bullets. You will wait for the target to stay still, and only then you'll take that opportunity to shoot, right? When trading, you need the exact same thing. You need that specific strategy, the high quality setup, not a lot of setups, just a few high quality setups that could make you the money. Remember that no matter how good the strategy is, there is also, it also loses, right? It also costs you money sometimes. But when you are trading, you need to remember this. I can have good setups, which are winners, and I can have good setups, which are losers. I do not want to add into the formula bad setups, which are losers. That's what's going to cost you money. A good setup, which is a winner, and a good setup, which is a loser, will keep your curve slightly going to the upside. Adding the bad setups, which are losers, will get your curve going to the downside. Stay disciplined. Do not overtrade. Trade only high quality setups. Next rule is make sure that your winners are bigger than your losers. Some people are saying, I'm a scalper, I do not need these big winners. I just need half an hour, 1 hour out of every single trade, and after I'm taking 10 or 20 trades, I will be up a decent amount of money. Remember that there will be losers. And if every single loser is 1 hour, and every single winner is half an hour, 0.3 hour, you will not catch up. Plus the commissions, right? Especially when you're scalping with tight stop losses, bigger share size, you will not be good in the long term. You need to adjust your strategy in a way so that your winners are bigger than your losers. Try to get that good entry with a tight stop loss so that at least you can squeeze it 2 to 1. It will help you, it will help your P&L curve, and at the same time it will help you psychologically. Because there will be these moments where you are having 2, 3, 4 red trades in a row, and having smaller winners would be really disappointing because you'll know, oh my god, I need like 5 or 10 trades right now just to break even with my half an hour winners. But if you know that your winner is making you 3, 4 or 5 hours, then all you need to get back to break even and maybe even to green after 3 losers in a row is 1 single winner. That will not stress you out, and it will be easier for you to find that second trade, get into it and manage it the right way, because you know that the next trade could actually be the trade. Rule number 8, understand market structure. It is really important, even as a scalper, to understand how the market moves. You know that there are 4 phases in the market: bottoming phase, advancing phase, topping phase, and declining phase. These phases are happening in not in the same order, right? It could be a topping phase followed by an advancing phase, or it could be a topping phase followed by a breakdown and instantly a bottoming phase. So you need to understand the market structure. You need to understand when the market is difficult, when it is difficult to trade the market, where the market is going sideways, and you need to understand when you need to be more aggressive and when the market could have a follow through or a trend. You do not really need to do this based on the daily chart, but maybe as a scalper you need to implement this at least on the 60-minute chart. Understand market structure, understand where you need to be more aggressive, and understand when you need to be more passive or play it more carefully, where you need to sit out on your hands, right, and just wait for the perfect opportunity or just simply not trade. If you want me to make a detailed video on market structure and how to identify these opportunities, also write it down in the comment below, and maybe that would be the title of the next video. Next rule, guys, is practice every day. You know, to be good at anything, you need 10,000 hours of experience. You need that screen time. To be a good musician, 10,000 hours, right? To be a good coder, 10,000 hours. To be a professional gamer, you need these 10,000 hours. To be a good trader, you need these 10,000 hours. You do not need to trade every day. You do not need to trade a lot, but at least what you need is sit in front of your screen, watch the charts. At the weekends, you could also practice. How can you practice? The free stock trading simulator that we offer at BBT. Plus, along with that, we offer moderators watch list for the past 6 months. You could use this watch list to practice on your free time at 5 times speed, 10 times speed, and it also adds up to your hours of experience, and this way you could decrease your learning curve and hopefully get to your goal faster. Remember this, guys, and this is basically the last rule: do not give up. It could take you sooner, it could take you longer, because I know some people who made it, and I personally worked with them, and they made it to consistency in 1 month or 2 months. There are these type of people, and there are the type of people that made it in 6 months or a year. Personally, for me, it took me 2 years and a half. But why did it take me 2 years and a half? I'm not telling you that it's going to take you 2 years and a half the same way it took me. It took me 2 years and a half because I worked on my own strategy from scratch, and I built my own rules from scratch. And honestly, it could have taken me 5 years maybe, or 10 years. Luckily, I was a part of Beatable Traders since the first day I started trading, and I found some traders that helped me. We shared ideas with each other, we journaled together, we held each other accountable, and that helped me find the consistency in 2 years and a half. It could have taken me longer, and there is nothing wrong if it takes you a bit longer. Some people are busy, you can't devote 5 or 6 or 7 hours a day for trading. You don't even need to do that. Like at least an hour, 2 hours a day should be enough for you to practice. Most important thing is just to be disciplined and to stick to it. If you want to get a good shape, what do you need to do? You need to go to the gym, but at the same time, you need a good diet. If you go to the gym and you stick to a good diet, I can guarantee that 100% you will get that good shape. How long would it take you? I don't know. It depends, right? It depends on your genetics, and it depends on your time of sleep. It depends on the stress levels you have, right? On your side work. But basically, eventually you will get it. It's the same with trading. And I don't want to say that trading is easy, and I don't want to tell the guys that there is 100% guarantee that you're going to make money day trading. But I can tell you that if you are going to be disciplined, if you are going to stick to it, and if you are going to give it enough time, hopefully in the long term, guys, it will pay off. So this is basically it, guys. 9 rules. If you master it, could ease your way to becoming a professional scalper. If you have any questions, please write it down in the comments below. Email me at ayman@beatabletraders.com if you have any questions. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at aymanbbt, where I share my trades every day. And feel free to join us at Beatable Traders. We share a lot of good ideas right there. A lot of strategies, a lot of different moderators with different trading styles. Give it a try. Hopefully you'll learn something new. Have a good day, everyone, and I'll talk to you in the next video.